Hi, Marianne Croce here from Small Biz Vantage and the creator of 3-Day Weekend System and Coaching. And I'm here again for another business leadership in 15 minutes. I really enjoy doing these lives each and every week, and I do them for a couple of reasons. One of them is for you to be able to shift your perspective of your business, your vantage, the way you look at your business, and really turn that into your competitive edge. A lot of times when I speak with owners and clients, they really think that it takes these massive changes. It doesn't. Small shifts can have a ripple effect on your business and your life as well, and really make a huge impact. So, a question that I get asked a lot of times is, Marianne, who do you work with? And I work with business owners who are in the automotive and skilled trade industries. These are people that have reached different milestones in their business, and they're at a point where they want to rid themselves of owner overload. They want to stop being the person who's doing it all. They want to stop with the guesstimate financials in their business, and they really want to stop being the go-to person when they have a team. That's what I call owner overload. They want to rid themselves of that and have a life. And you know what? Who wouldn't want that? But a lot of times people don't know how to do that. So that's where I come in and help. And hopefully you'll be able to take one action item away each and every week on these lives and implement it in your business. If you find this valuable, please share it with another business owner that you know that you think you can really, pass the information on and they can find it valuable. So this week's topic is pre-work and planning value. This is a really good topic because most people at certain times of the year will kind of reflect and look back. And at the end of the year, I think it's a great time to think about the value of the pre-work involved when you're doing something and the planning. What I found over the years is I often see people, they're really caught off guard personally and professionally because they didn't plan. Now, these are smart people, and I know everyone will say they're busy, but in most cases, it really is because they didn't plan that they were caught off guard. Let's face it, there is a lot of pre work when you're planning something. And I'm not saying that planning leads to a business or a life without any challenges, but it does make challenges easier to push through. So I just want to give you some examples here. Uh, let's talk about a personal thing like a vacation or stages of life, stages of business. These are different things where typically you would want to have some pre-work done, some planning done. So most people do plan a vacation. They have to say, okay, how much time am I going to need to be away from work? Where are you going to go? And when are you going to go? You want to make sure there's no conflicts. What are you going to pack? Are there anything special that we need to take? Documents, medication. What are the things that you need besides just your travel clothes? Where are you going to stay and how will you get there? Are you going to be staying with friends or family? Is it a hotel? Are you flying? Are you driving? There's a lot of different things to take into consideration with simply planning a vacation. Now, some people will plan for stages of life. They'll talk about their career or maybe some goals that they have that they want to achieve in their life, relationships. It could be around a family, maybe lifestyles, or even retirement. Those are things that really few people some people will plan around those things. But I see very few people planning for the stages of business. And those stages are startup, ramp up, build up, scale up, and leader up. Because most will open up their business or take over an existing business, purchase that, or maybe it's something through family, and they'll do everything. They'll do it all. And that is in the name of grit and drive. Yet they don't really have a clear direction or a roadmap. They're kind of looking at what other people are doing and kind of mimicking or throwing away certain things. But hard work is only part of what it takes to have a successful business. Planning is also key. So it's really the combination of both of where the value is. So I want to go over the 5 stages of business, the challenges that happen at each stage. And keep in mind when I'm saying this, does this sound familiar to you? Any of these stages, either something that you experienced in the past or something that you're going through now. So startup. When people are in startup, there's a lot of doubt because there's no clear definition on an ideal customer, an ideal client, and the best services that you need to provide to attract them, and also the value that you provide. So there's a lot going on there when someone first opens up. Second is ramp up. This is when people go through that bright, shiny object syndrome and they're attracted to the next thing. They're trying it all. They're looking for the newest, the latest, the greatest. Well, let's try that and see if that'll work. They're not really sure what to focus on next for the best results. Then there's build up. And the challenge at build up is micromanaging. The systems that you actually are using are not formalized. They're in your head. And you think that people should know this, especially if you had people on your team for a while. And by micromanaging, it really makes it difficult for you to leave your business, whether it's for a conference, training, vacation. It makes it hard to leave for an extended period of time. Even if you had a health issue and you had to be out of work for a while, it makes it difficult. And at scale up, this is really when you feel like you're a hostage in your own business. Everyone still comes to you, even though that you have a team, because your team doesn't have confidence to make decisions on their own. So you have this feeling that you're really trapped by your business. And lastly is leader up. And the challenge here could be complacency. It's very easy to get complacent because your business is running well. And what many owners find is that they're getting in their team's way because they're not really sure what they should do now. And they really question their purpose. They start having a lot of questioning about what the next step is for them because their role has totally changed. So, what works at each stage of business? When you're in startup, what you really need is clarity. Clarity comes from researching your ideal customer, the market, and their needs. Be the answer to their problems. You want to best serve them. So you really want to understand your customer base, your client base. In ramp up, what really is going on there and what works there is focus. Focus on your marketing and your sales skills to attract your ideal client. Test and adjust over time to know what works. A lot of times, put marketing out there that's not even attracting your ideal client. It's attracting the wrong people, or the sales skills that you have, or the person that you have, in the front. The scales, the tongue twister. The sales skills are really not up to par. So what's happening is not able to convert a lot of those sales. In build up, what really works in build up is having freedom. And freedom comes from formalizing those systems and processes. Your team will know where they stand, and they'll also know how to win. They'll also know how to rate themselves, how to self-assess, and they'll know when they're doing a great job. In scale up, what works is options, having options. Options are yours when your team is empowered. Now you have options. What you're focusing on and what works is developing leaders. And this way you can choose your next steps because now you have leaders on your team. And lastly, leader up is when opportunities appear because now your business is really seen as a market leader in your area. And your business is an example of professionalism. So opportunities are actually coming to you. So design the kind of success that works for you. People will measure success differently, but you've put money, time, and effort into your business. Most people will never know what it actually took. They really won't know how much of that it took, but that's okay. So, why do all this without a plan in place for success? I know what's involved, but your customers and clients, or even some of your family members, might not know what was involved. So, you want to really do this with a plan. Why have it be up to chance? Plan for long-term security and plan for a sellable or manageable business. That really is a litmus test for success. Too many owners are surprised when they go to have someone come in and manage their business, hire a manager, or try to sell it. They're really surprised when they find out the value of it because all of this wasn't in place. So, if your business is profitable, sustainable, and enjoyable, that is a win. It's a win for you, your customers, your vendors, your suppliers, your team. If your business is profitable, we're talking about your business having healthy profits. It's secure, and you can do more for your team, your customers, your community, and the industry. If your business is sustainable, you can leave as you need or want to, and your business still thrives. If your business is enjoyable, it does not suck the energy out of you and your team. You're fueled when you get home, and so is your team. So I want to end this with a pro thinking tip. Don't compare your business to someone else's business. Don't do that. I see a lot of people fall into the trap. Most business owners aren't following the 5 stages of business, and they're really trying all types of activities to see what works and what doesn't. And it takes much longer. So work on your business at your stage of business. Focus on those activities. The value of the pre-work and the planning is priceless. Your customers, team, suppliers, vendors, all of them will see you as a professional because you can confidently make good decisions quicker. So that's it for this week's Business Leadership in 15 minutes. Glad to have you here. If you're on the replay, again, share it with another business owner that would find this valuable, and have an enjoyable week.